The Nadu family is getting ready for a new day in a new country. A few years ago, Raja was a respected gynaecologist in Damascus. But now he has to come to terms with his new identity as a refugee in suburban Brisbane who struggles with everyday conversation.
I work hard and I improved my English. I would like more, but okay, I'll continue working on it.
It's definitely a challenge, a very new foreign challenge where he has to go back to being more of a learner than an actual person who has experience.
Raja is keen to learn and is heading off to an English class.
This is my country. The first step, I have to know their language well. I'm an educated person. I have to know the language, the first step.
It's really important for refugees to learn English, not just to be able to get employment, but obviously it's very important for that, but just to negotiate daily life.
Since 2016, Australia has accepted more than 12,000 mostly Christian refugees from both war-torn Syria and Iraq. At the height of the Syrian conflict, the Nadus fled Damascus 3 years ago.
It must have been a frightening time.
It's definitely frightening when you arrive here, when you start to realise that you've left your home. That's mainly the point where you're actually in that shock kind of state.
For Raja, one of the greatest shocks was his inability to communicate with Australians.
So I study all the time to improve my English. Each week, when I turn on the TV and watch the news, I find myself more comfortable, understand more, learn new vocabulary every day. Welcome, Kathy, and thank you, Zafir.
So Raja is getting some extra help via an experimental app linking native English speakers to refugees. On the other end of this conversation is financial planner Kathy Dews.
Lovely to be chatting with you.
I agree with you. I think the environment is really important.
Making an awareness about this cycle locally and widely around the world.
Talking and texting to refugees for up to 10 minutes a week, it's what she calls micro-volunteering.
Allows me to give back to the community, because I like to do that, but also not stretching my limits, I suppose. I've got a 3-year-old and I work, so it's perfect for me at the phase I am in my life. So it's just a little way to give back, I suppose.
And what have you learnt?
A lot. Probably that, I have lived a very, very fortunate life. We're really lucky in Australia.
The pilot program is the brainchild of linguist Michael Merciades, who is in the final stage of a crowdfunding campaign to launch the app he calls Chatloop.
There's this misconception that if you just go to the country that speaks the language, you'll be immersed and you'll learn the language. But actually what you really need is immersion in the right kind of language. So what we do at Chatloop is try to connect them with partners so that they can get that input and that practice at a level that's right for them.
And have a good life and better
It's
life.
brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. So people who are isolated, who can't get anywhere, young mothers, carers, so people who've been hurt in the war and who are in wheelchairs and their wives are carers, they can learn English at home as well.
Raja and his family have escaped terror, but also face new challenges. And the Damascus doctor is grateful for all the help they can get.
I hope in the future I can practice here medicine because I have a lot of experience. I worked for more than 25 years in my field in surgery and help women to get their baby.
He's like a perfectionist. We all are kind of like, we want to succeed and be really good at things that we do.